Welcome to a club for people who love good movies. Use the links in the description to navigate the list of films quickly.
"28 weeks later, 6 months after the original epidemic, the rage virus has all but annihilated the population of the British Isles. Nevertheless, the United States Army declares the danger past, and American soldiers arrive to restore order and begin reconstruction. Refugees return to British soil, but one of them carries a deadly secret. The virus is not gone and is even more dangerous than before."
Prometheus. This film is set in 2093 and takes place in the same universe as the Alien movies. A group of explorers, including some archaeologists, are on an undisclosed mission. They arrive at a planet trillions of miles away from Earth. The team spot what they believe to be signs of civilization. They go to investigate and find more than just things. They find conclusive evidence, but some of them have an ulterior motive for being there, including the Wayland Corporation. They believe that this is where the human race actually came from. Things soon turn from excitement to survival once inside their discovery.
The Last Stand. Would you rather? End of watch. Two young officers are marked for death after confiscating a small cache of money and firearms from the members of a notorious cartel during a routine traffic stop.
The Grave. Following a grueling 5-week shift at an Alaskan oil refinery, workers led by sharpshooter John Otway are flying home for a much-needed vacation. A brutal storm caused their plane to crash in the frozen wilderness, and only 8 men, including Otway, survive. As they trek southward toward civilization and safety, Otway and his companions must battle mortal injuries, the icy elements, and a pack of hungry wolves.
Gangster Squad. All's lost. How I live now. Riddick. Lone Survivor.
Gravity. Dr. Ryan Stone is a medical engineer on her first shuttle mission. Her commander is veteran astronaut Matt Kowalski, having his last flight before retirement. Then, during a routine space walk by the pair, disaster strikes. The shuttle is destroyed, leaving Ryan and Matt stranded in deep space with no link to Earth and no hope of rescue. As fear turns to panic, they realize that the only way home may be to venture further into space.
Kajaki. British soldiers guarding the Kajaki Dam set out to rescue a 3-man team after one of them loses a leg to a landmine.
World War Z. When former investigator Jerry Lane and his family get stuck in urban gridlock, he senses that it's no ordinary traffic jam. His suspicions are confirmed when suddenly the city erupts into chaos. A lethal virus spread through a single bite is turning healthy people into something vicious, unthinking and feral. As the pandemic threatens to consume humanity, Jerry leads a worldwide search to find the source of the infection and, with luck, a way to halt its spread.
Purge. Zombieland. 4 survivors are killing zombies and searching for a place to call home. Blue Ruin. When the quiet life of a beach bum is upended by dreadful news, he sets off for his childhood home to carry out an act of vengeance.
After Earth, people were forced to leave Earth a millennium ago to establish a new home and Nova Prime. Now, General Cipher Rage heads Nova Prime's most prominent family. Cypher's teenage son, Kitai, feels enormous pressure to follow in his father's legendary footsteps, which strains their relationship. Cypher and Kitai set out on a trip to mend their bond, but when their craft crashes on Earth's hostile surface, each must trust the other greatly or perish.
The colony, forced underground by the next ice age, a struggling outpost of survivors, must fight to preserve humanity against a threat even more savage than nature. The host, a parasitic alien soul, is injected into the body of Melanie Strider. Instead of carrying out her precious mission of taking over the Earth, Wanda forms a bond with her host and sets out to aid other free humans. Black Death. As a plague decimates medieval Europe, rumors circulate of a village immune from the plague. There is talk of a necromancer. There is talk of a necromancer who leads the village and is able to raise the dead. Child Dog.
Buried. A civilian truck driver in Iraq, Paul Conroy, falls victim to a band of insurgents. An unknown length of time later, Paul awakes in a coffin with little more than a lighter, a cell phone, and his ever-growing anxiety. Faced with a dwindling oxygen supply and giant battery, Paul must fight panic, despair, and delirium as he awaits a rescue that might not arrive in time.
Monsters. Seeking justice. After his wife is assaulted, a husband enlists the services of a vigilante group to help him settle the score.
Contagion. For the patrons and staff at a dusty roadside dinner, the day begins as usual, but when the phone goes out and the sweet old lady goes on the attack, it's a harbinger of the terror to come. As the horrifying nature of the situation sinks in, help arrives in the form of the Archangel Michael, who tells a pregnant waitress that her unborn baby is humanity's last hope, and he will do anything to protect it.
The Word. Centurion. Contagion. As an epidemic of a lethal airborne virus that kills within days rapidly grows, the worldwide medical community races to find a cure and control the panic that spreads faster than the virus itself. Savages. The Raid.
Sinister. True crime writer Ellison Oswald is in a slump. He hasn't had a bestseller in more than 10 years and is becoming increasingly desperate for a hit. So when he discovers the existence of a snuff film showing the deaths of a family, he vows to solve the mystery. He moves his own family into the victim's home and gets to work. However, when old film footage and other clues hint at the presence of a supernatural force, Ellison learns that living in the house may be fatal.
Zero Dark 30.
Kill them softly. When rival crook Johnny Amato catch a plan to rob a card game run by mob Lucky Markey, he picks a low-ranked chook named Frankie to do the job. Frankie picks a less than ideal partner to help him, but despite their combined incompetence, they manage to make off with the mob's money. In retaliation, Markey's bosses hire Jackie Cogan, a mob enforcer, to eradicate those responsible.
The Divide. Hell. Special Forces. Apollo 18. American Sniper.
Fury. In April 1945, the Allies are making their final push in the European theater. A battle-hardened army sergeant named Don Wardaddy Collier, leading a Sherman tank and a 5-man crew, undertakes a deadly mission behind enemy lines. Hopelessly outnumbered, outgunned, and